And good afternoon, and welcome to Straight Talk. This is your Drive at 5 show, and you are tuned in. It is what is it? Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday.
it's Hot Topic Tuesdays, and this is your host, Catherine Tyson, and I want to welcome you to the show. So thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. So we're gonna do something just a little different because obviously we are working up to Christmas. I call it the home stretch. So whatever hasn't been done, keep saying, stop worrying about it. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be cool. And we're just happy that we made it this far. We made it here. We're alive and we're well. And you guys are there. I'm here and just happy to be just doing the Christmas thing. I hear the people outside doing all the blowing the horns and it is crazy out there. So please take your time and just be careful on those roads for sure. All right, so a couple little things before we get started today. Just want to talk about how are we going to stay healthy during this season. Um, we know that this is the time to indulge, so we want to definitely watch out for some of the things that we're doing. So make sure that you're moving, you're getting moving. You're not just sitting around eating, of course, because all the food. Oh my goodness, the food, right? But just your cooking and what you're putting into your food, making sure that it's healthy and, don't leave the food out all day. Make sure that it's not, out through the night. You're putting it up and, because you don't want to end up just having food that might end up making you sick. Careful of that. And you know what? Eat some this holiday season as all the food comes our way and everything is sweet and rich and cream and everything. So just make sure that you're making some good choices too. And don't stuff yourself. Don't overstuff yourself. I know that's a hard rule, but just watch for that because you're gonna. At least for me, I end up going to this one's house and that one's house and that one's house, and you end up everywhere you go. There's a plate ready for you and everything always looks amazing and it looks different. Each house has something different. So just pace yourself a little bit. Pace yourself and don't overstuff yourself. And, only turkeys are supposed to be with stuffing. So don't stuff yourself for sure. All right. Also, another announcement. Don't miss the chance to visit Santa at Bayshore Mall. So go on and out and see Mr. Santa himself. He's from the North Pole. He's in the tropics for Christmas now, but there'll be some sightings. Today there was. Tomorrow there'll be one from 12:30 to 3:30, and then also on the 24th, which is Christmas Eve, from 11:30 to 1:30. So if you wanted to get some pictures with Santa, for the kids, because the kids, they want that, they love that. So go ahead out to Bayshore Mall and catch him. That will be tomorrow, which is Wednesday, from 12:30 to 3:30, and then again on Thursday, Christmas Eve, from 11:30 to 1:30. So don't miss Santa, guys. Don't miss him. If you haven't gotten a photo yet, go get your photo with Santa. Couple of office closures. The Workforce Opportunities and Residency Cayman would like to advise the public that they will be closed on Friday, the 18th of December. That was last week, and they resume their hours this week, but they will be closed again on the 24th of December at 11:30, and they'll reopen on the 29th of December at 9. So they won't be when they close this week, on Thursday, they won't be opening again until Tuesday, which is December the 29th. And then, of course, New Year's, they'll close on Thursday, the 31st of December at 11:30 and will not open again until Monday, the 4th of January. So remember that. And also, the water authority will be closing as well. So a couple of closures that you wanna look out for. If you don't have your bills paid yet or you haven't gotten the holiday bills out of the way, you wanna go ahead and catch them because I sure would not want a holiday to be without water and without lights. That would not be a great holiday. So don't do that to yourself for sure. Remember that there are moonlight movies, Christmas moonlight, movies Moonlight and movies that come out of Bay. So that's free, 7 to 9, and it's Under the Stars with Crescent came out of Bay. So go ahead and enjoy that with the young people. Pick up your children and go, and it's lots of fun. Seniors gift distribution and Christmas caroling will be today and tomorrow. In Cayman Brac, that's a Spotlight Christmas Homecoming Committee is having their seniors gift distribution and Christmas caroling on Tuesday, 22nd of December at the Kirkconnell Community Care Center, and Wednesday, the 23rd of December at Spot Bay, and both events start at 5. Okay, so lots of good things going on. Of course, everybody's looking forward to their concerts and everything, and I told you I'd get the information on that. I still have some feelers out for that. But if you know, please 9433700. Welcome to Straight Talk. This is your Drive at 5 show, and I host Catherine Tyson. I am joined in the studio. How are you?
I'm great. Really happy to be here.
I'm great.
Really happy
I'm
to be
so
here.
happy that you could join us. I know Georgie actually is a performer. That he has a day job, but what he really does, what's boiling in his soul, in the entertainer in him, and so here you're gonna come.
I'm planning to come here.
All right, that's
Very exciting.
So far, though, you have some things that they can catch on YouTube right now. Yeah, they wanted to look
Yes.
you up.
Yes. You can look it up by typing in Georgie Duarte. My latest single is called Be Something. So you could go ahead and check that out. Also, there's another one called The Way You Move. And
Okay.
if you like it, just comment, subscribe.
All right, so there you go, Georgie Duarte, just like how it sounds. You can find him on YouTube and check it out. I also wanted to tell everyone, all of you that are listening, that's on your way home, or you watch us on Facebook or whatever it is, go ahead and like our page, Straight Talk Drive at 5,
Oh, yeah.
on Facebook, please. So even right now, I mean,
Let's do it right now.
yeah, go ahead and like Straight Talk Drive at 5. That means when I get home, I should at least have 20 or 30 new likes, because I know more than 20 or 30 listening, and you're enjoying the show and you get entertained, right? And you look forward to it, and it keeps you company on the way home. So, yeah, with that traffic, go ahead and like us on Facebook, and then obviously you can go check out the streams. So if you happen to have liked the show, like for instance, a show that you've already heard or you already saw, and something in it just inspired you, or you felt motivated, and you thought, you know what, I'd love my friend to hear that show or talk, and find the show, because it's streamed and find every day since a while now. So I try to definitely every day. It took me a minute to iron out. It took me a minute to got them ironed out. So every day is actually on the Facebook. So you can go ahead and find it,
I can actually
on Facebook, and then find it, share the page or whatever. It might have been something that inspired you in some way. You know what? Oh my goodness, what did she say that day? I remember that thing that she said. I remember, so like us, and then of course, there's Star 92.7. Go ahead and like that page as well. Just, you know what? It's just in the spirit of support, right? So whatever reason they inform you, they entertain, and you might not tell those people that they're doing that for you, but if they do that, then the least you all you can do then is forward their stuff allows us, that's a forum, to even hear from you, and that what we're doing is okay. If we don't hear from you, so then that would be a great Christmas gift. That would be a great Christmas gift you guys. If you could do that, I would really appreciate it. Straight Talk Drive, Straight Talk Star 92.7.
It actually only takes about 10 to 15 seconds.
You just did it.
Yeah, it was really quick.
It's really quick. So even right now, because I know People shouldn't be texting and driving, but I know you're doing it. So, 10 seconds is gonna be left for
When
that
you're stopped
conversation
at
you're
some of your
you're
stopped at the
That's
traffic
right.
lights.
There's
There's
a good
chance.
there's a good for sure.
For
Alright,
sure.
so
Alright, so
today, I
today,
thought, well,
I
you know
thought, well,
what?
you know what?
I
I
invited some of
invited
my
some of my
past students to
pastors
come
to
on the
come on the
show
show
and
and
talk
talk
about
about
things that they're
things that they're
grateful for, 'cause I
grateful for,
wanted
'cause I
to do
wanted
a
to do a
gratitude
gratitude
show.
show.
And, of
And
course,
of course,
everybody kinda checked it
out
out,
and
and
they
they
were
were
a
a little
little
scared.
scared.
Georgie said, "I'll do it." And I said, "Alright." So today, grateful for, and then I'll go ahead and share some more holiday tips, and we can just chat about that this afternoon. Yeah, Georgie?
Yes, sounds great.
Alright, great. So, and starting it off, what is something that you can say that you're grateful for? We've had a really crazy year.
Yes.
So what is I'm sure there's more than one thing, but what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think, "I'm really grateful
Well,
for?"
first thing that comes to mind is I was really lost in March, and I didn't have a clear vision of what I wanted to do or how I would now be, where the future is going, and how it's gonna get there, and what it's gonna take to get there. So I'm really grateful for that. Also, I'm in a upbringing and
Very supportive of me,
this
and
Christmas cheer has really it just feels
it just feels
this year.
this
This
year.
year
Yeah.
feels
Feels
jolly, but
jolly,
sad
but
at the
sad
same
at the
time
same time
because
because
of what is
of what
going
is going
on.
on,
But
but
it's
it's
also
also
such
such
a
a
great
great
feeling to know that we won't be shut down for the quarantine. We could actually go to our family's house and celebrate, and that in itself is such a huge ball to be grateful for. And
Absolutely. I
it's
think you're right. I think that was simple, but it's huge because there was a time when we could not go to our
yeah,
family's house. So why not really look at that small thing? I was talking about that
on the show
yesterday on the show to kind of make a list of different things to get listed about what you're grateful for. But you're right. This Christmas, even though it's very different from last Christmas, it's different than a few months ago. And of course,
yes,
we
yes.
couldn't visit friends and family, and this time of this year we can.
Actually,
So
a few
that's
months ago when I was in your class, Tyson, we were doing video calls and we were supposed to physically be there with you, and it was so difficult. But yet again, I'm grateful that you guys and the government actually have this program set out for us. And if you really take it seriously, then you can go really far. And
and that's great.
that's great. Like we're not locked down anymore. We don't have to do Zoom radio meetings.
Right.
I could come here to the studio and actually tell you how I feel and what I'm grateful for. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it is, it's crazy good. But you're right. Georgie's class was cohort 31?
31.
31,
Yes.
and it was the actual Zoom group. So we were on full lockdown, and the government wanted to, I guess, wanted to run the Passport to Success program, and it was already scheduled. And they kind of asked us, "Are you able to do it?" And we had to learn Zoom very quickly.
Yes.
And so you guys were really the Zoom babies. But you all were awesome. You showed up every day, and you did what you had to do. And then eventually, I think we got a chance to go out,
Yeah.
a couple of places to do a couple of team building days and stuff. But it was really, really, very challenging. But like you said, you learned a lot because the person that you emerged as from that program versus the person that you said existed in March,
Right.
right before this, is a very different person.
Very totally different individual you would never, not even recognize.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
so to back and realize what just one little nudge or one little push in the right direction could do for you. And it's
Yeah.
something to be forever grateful for.
So what do you think it was? It was kind of just like our realization of who you were, or kind of finding yourself, or what was it really?
It was more of not knowing what I want to do or how I want to do it, and that those what was it, 16 weeks?
Yeah.
In between 9 weeks or 10 weeks when I was finally getting into the gist of what is going on and actually realizing what we are doing. Like the many times that you were very harsh on the class. Like I took it in a way it was kind of hard for me to breathe it in, but then yet again it was like, wow, this is gonna happen again if we don't take this class seriously. It's gonna always happen. And in between that realization, it made me become the person I am now.
Yeah.
And it's
Now
we're
a lot
not
of
like
people just want to think, "Oh my gosh, this is so
unnecessary
explain,
things,
explain.
like not doing your assignment, not actually paying attention in class, or not doing what you were supposed to be doing in the class. Like anything, a student is not a student is not being a student.
Right,
You were
right.
very, very serious, and I'm so grateful that you were very, very not lenient is the word. What's the word I want? Very pushing, or maybe abrasive.
Yeah,
More
I don't
pushing.
know if abrasive. Abrasive is more negative, but I think it, just like you said, just pushing, just
No.
not easing up then,
Yes,
right?
no, like,
Yes.
I felt pushing and kept believing in us, and got us to the point where, and I'm still cool with like half of my or majority of my classmates,
Yeah.
and they're totally different people.
Right.
Different people with such a great mindset. Some of them are actually great company now.
Right. Yeah,
And
and you're
going
and you're at a
forward.
great company. You have a great job now too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in March, you did not have this job.
No, I didn't.
So the person that kind of emerged from that was a person that was able to say, you know what, I can apply at these different places and
Yeah.
impress people enough for them to want to hire you, and not just one person, but other companies wanting you as well. And you see, I think just an explanation a little bit of what Georgie's talking about is passport success is a work really to get you work. So when you sign up for that program, or you sign up in any Next college, university, class, and courses, it's really you that needs to show up for yourself.
Yes.
And so you're right when he's talking about we didn't give up. It was Carmela Pugh and I. She's been on the show with me a couple of times. You all might be familiar with her. And just that's it. We're not there to give up. We're there to push you to your limit, to push you
Right.
to your greatness. And as long as you are going to it, right? And ready, you have yourself to blame, but then we would feel bad that we didn't actually
Yeah.
try to pull the best out of you. So,
Yeah.
so definitely, that's good to hear you say that, because when we sit back and we watch young people just grow in front of our eyes, just shape different, just kind of merge, just amazing person that we can see from the beginning that our job is
It's fine tuning, and it's 90% you just finding it in yourself to better the person that you were the day before, and everyone can do it.
yeah.
It's a feeling that you get when you're lost, and there's a few listeners out there that are lost. And the toughest battles to the toughest soldiers, and maybe you feel lost right now, but you'll get there
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, just keep your head up, right?
Keep your head up, because if you give up, then that's it.
Yeah. Keep your head up
That's
and
literally it.
believe that you can
Yeah.
make it. And especially when you're a young person, because you might have to leave people behind
Yes.
because
You
they're not going in the direction of you, and you don't want to go in the direction they're going in.
it's hurtful and kind of harsh, but when you look at it in the future, look at yourself in 10 years. You're gonna be either there, still your same friends that you're still loafing, doing nothing, and not trying to find a future, or you could go on the right side with the friends. It doesn't even have to be any friend. It could be yourself. You could be your own friend.
Right.
And that is something to be grateful for as well. Like
Yep.
you could become your own friend. I'm grateful that I became my own friend.
So you should be your own friend.
Yes, you have to find it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I definitely have been teaching, for 20 years. Basically, when I kind of figured out that I need to be my own friend,
Yes.
I started talking to people about that. Are you your own friend? Listen, you got to show up for yourself. It's how amazing you are, but you need to believe how amazing you are. You need to feel it first
Yes.
so that even when people don't believe it, you don't believe them.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing, you know?
People will actually try to bring you down to knock that very important. Like, what did you tell me when our students were kind of shy and you noticed that some of them were a lot more talkative, right? You
Yeah,
told them, let your light shine. Do not dim your light for anyone. Always become what you're meant to be.
that's right.
Never dim it.
That's right. I mean, you have to. You the world has enough for all of us, and that's the thing. Whenever you feel like you have to dim your light in order for someone else to shine, you're doing the wrong thing
Yes.
because y'all can shine together. That just
Yes.
means there's more light in this place. Because I'm not going to walk in and not be great because I want you to be great. I think we can both be great.
Yes.
I think there's enough room in this world for us all to be great, and we all have our gifts and we all have our talents, and we need to use them, and
Usually.
we need to enjoy every single moment of the journey that we have in using our talents and giving people permission to shine. Because Marianne
Yes.
Williamson has this poem. I'm going to find it during the break and I'm going to read it when we come back because I love that. I love that poem so much about giving people permission to shine just because they see it in you and how the world is designed for us all to have a place and to be our best.
Yes.
So and that's really, really, really important. So we just got a little comment. Big up to Georgie Duarte, Haylock, and Catherine Tyson for giving this spotlight. Keep pushing, bro, Richard Tyson. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
saying
Richie T.
that. Thank you so much, Richard T. For saying that because it is true, right? It definitely is true. We need to encourage people. We need to encourage people to just keep on pushing.
Right.
Keep pushing for their
Because
best.
if you dim your light, the person that is next to you will never ever want to brighten their self.
Yeah,
If you stay on that same dimness, they will too. But if they see you expanding and going, just like our classmates, they began to speak up. They
yeah,
began to speak, and we held back, and they managed to see what was going on in the room, and that's that saying, "Don't ever dim your light."
yep.
It's so true.
There you go. That is the truth. So I'm pulling up Marianne Williamson as we speak because since we're on the topic, I'm going to read it now. So Marianne Williamson, and it's a quote. She says, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be?"
Mhm.
Right? And that's so important. Who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were meant to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Now, isn't that
Love it.
powerful? But that is so powerful that when we are trying to play small, what we're actually doing to people is we're not giving them permission to be big.
Yes.
So with you being big and you being all that you can be, you're actually giving somebody permission for that. You're letting that younger person or somebody that is watching you and needs to be inspired by you. You're giving them permission. You're singing a song, you made a video, you're an entertainer. Well, I'd like to be that too. Well, you
Yes.
can't have it all, Georgie. So why not let somebody else do it? And that's
Yes.
how you are inspiring other people, and I say that all the time, you
There
know?
there's a few other artists that have reached out to me and, let me hear some of their material, and they told me they were inspired but from what I did, and for them to see and for them to tell me that is absolutely bananas. It means the world to me, and there have been a lot of creative people that have reached out to me, and we have created. Not only you could be great, other great people could come to you as well and become something even larger pandemonium of events just from you being great.
And you never know. You just never
You
know
never know.
that you did that for that person. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. We are going to take a quick break. This is your Straight Talk Private 5 show. And we are talking to Georgie Duarte, who has joined me this afternoon to talk about being grateful, because that is where it all starts. You stay tuned. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Nice.
And welcome back to Straight Talk. This is your Drive at 5 show, and this is Catherine Tyson, your host. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Of course, you know it is the festive season. It's almost Christmas, and so been talking a lot about just the holiday season and Christmas stuff. But today we just started to chat a little bit about gratitude and how we really need to be entering the season and entering the new year, just with gratitude because of all that's happened to us and how we have come this far. We're on this side now, and I'm joined by my guest, Georgie Duarte, who is a past student of mine from the Passport to Success
Hello.
program. And yeah, so we're just talking about Marianne Williamson. I ended with and went to break with the quote from Marianne Williamson about our deepest fear being, great, not actually our deepest fear being that we were inadequate, but our deepest fear is that we were powerful beyond measure. Because I think that we really
Yes.
are sometimes afraid of our greatness or afraid of that greatness that can come out. Um, and so we prefer to keep it down. You walk in, no, 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 don't say that so loud. Hold on, I don't want nobody to see me. A lot of times we do that, and I find with Caymanians we are very, very shy, and we like to talk to each other, but we don't like to be seen. And
Yeah.
what happens is you're seen anyway. That's the problem. You're seen, not standing tall. So what would be better? I remember it just reminds me of when I was a teenager, 12 or 13, being so tall, always being so tall, taller than everybody else, and feeling a little embarrassed because I was always towering over everybody. And of course, none
Yeah.
of the boys would like you at that age because you guys haven't sprung up yet, right? So I hardly ever had a guy liking me because he didn't want to stand next to me because I was so tall. And so I remember kind of like walking into the room with a little hunched over shoulder, try and all it resulted in was me being a tall girl, which hunched with
With a
hunched
hunched
shoulder
shoulder.
shoulders. So that's not cute. And so when I kind of figured that out, I think as a maybe 16, 17, 18, and it was like, no, it's fine. This is my height. This is what I am. This is
That's
this
you.
is this is this is how tall I am. This is how big my feet are, or whatever it is. Like how can a tall woman have a size 7 foot? That'd be ridiculous. So I remember just having to accept these things about
Yes.
myself, and it turned out that I was able to do some modeling because I was tall.
Yes.
I was able to have a couple of kids and look like I had none for a very, very, very long time. So, you know what? To just appreciate what you are as
Yes.
opposed to trying to be something else or not loving what you are. So loving yourself is such an important task that we all must sign up for, and that is a big thing that I think we do with whatever programs that we do, especially with Pathway to Success, not just work ready, but self-awareness, right? To
Yes.
be as great as you can be. I have a comment on here from, George Fullerton, who was my sergeant in the RCIPS. Hello, Sergeant Fullerton. What the mind of a man or woman can achieve.
Mm.
So what you can think that you can
You
achieve,
bet. You
you
bet.
are so right. You are so right. You
I
are
wish you could
so
say it.
right.
I wish you
Uh,
could say it this
yeah, but
for
you
the people in the
just
back.
for the people in the back.
Yes.
Think is out of your reach. If you want it bad
Yes.
enough, figure out a way,
Nothing is
for you to achieve it.
nothing is impossible
Nothing.
at all.
The only thing that's impossible, what becomes impossible is what you say is impossible. So if you say, "I'll never do that," "Oh, well, I can't do that." Well, why would I want? "Oh, no, 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 not for me. That's not for Caymanians. That's not for Black people. That's
Nope.
stop it."
The future belongs to those who prepare for it.
Absolutely, and the future belongs to all of us, and we all have the opportunity to grasp it. I wanted to read this from Martin Luther King. It was just a little piece of one of his speeches, like, um, and everybody knows so many of those, but this one says, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward."
Mhm.
Right? So
Yes.
just keep moving forward. And so this on Courier Post, I'm looking at fly. What does it mean to fly? How did Dr. King soar? Martin Luther King soared above negativity. For example, many people said his speeches, actions, and marches wouldn't change the law. However, he continued to fly in the face of those that doubted him.
Yeah.
You can continue his flight for anything. If you believe in yourself and you put yourself there, then you're continuing, his flight, right? If you can't fly um, towards something, then why won't you run? If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But find a way to get around it. That is so important, right? Yeah, and I love that. I really love that. we're constantly inspired when we look at
To
people
this
who have
day,
paved the way for
to this
us.
very day, I people are still going back to that time in the world and using it as an example to believe,
Yeah.
even as things seem super impossible, he made it possible. He never gave up,
No,
and it
absolutely.
has formed this world that we live in today.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, and many that have gone before us have taken kind of taken the licks for us, right?
Yes.
And they carried this stuff on their shoulders and they carried us on their shoulders. And so we have to be very thankful for people that have made a difference in this world for
Ooh,
us,
wow.
pave that way for us.
That's another one to be grateful for.
Yeah, because they might not have even gotten a chance to see where we were going to be.
Where we're at today.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
very true.
Exactly. And so think about, Martin Luther King and even JFK and Malcolm X, like these people in 60s, not knowing that 50 years later we would be able to enjoy some of the opportunities that we have. Their lives were cut down, but the least that we can do to reward them for what they did for us, right? Or to reward their memory is to be the best that we can
Yes.
be. And I say that every day. Um, in this country, we have so much opportunities as young people or, as Caymanians. And yes, of course, there will be roadblocks and there will be,
Oh, yeah.
things that try to get in
Yes.
our way. But the biggest thing that will be in our way will be our mind. It will be us stopping ourselves. So we have to move forward for sure.
It doesn't actually matter how dark it seems right now. If I have this saying, you could work hard for 4 years, as hard as you have physically, mentally, and all of the aspects of working hard. You don't feel like you're gonna make it, but I tell you, on that 5th year, you will get where you need to be. On
Yeah.
that 6th year is gonna be a milestone. All because you put those 4 years that you thought were insignificant to your plan. But at the end of the day, when you look 6 years down the line and how far and what it really took, you realize the big cycle of life.
Right.
Because you can't actually reach the top without actually climbing the ladders
Right.
and physically going there and grabbing each piece of that ladder and going. Some are gonna be broken. You're gonna fall.
Or it might be, because sometimes it might not even be that it's broken, and sometimes it might not even be that you'll fall. But if you never try it, you
You
won't
won't know.
know, and that's the point. So when you see the ladder and you want to reach something, all you know for sure is you have to get on the ladder.
Oh yes.
So you don't know what you might encounter, but you know you have to get on the ladder and you have to be prepared for what you encounter. And as you encounter something, you deal with it and you keep on
You
moving.
keep on moving.
You got to keep on moving, and that's it. And that is so important. I think for us to really know that, yeah, we definitely can do it. And so, what would be something else that you'd say that we can be thankful for during the holiday season? What are some of your plans that you have for this holiday season?
Actually, I bought my nephew his first toy boat. Well, hopefully he's not listening to this right now.
Okay, let's hope.
But I'm really grateful that I'm gonna be able to see him actually unwrap it and go play in not like any like electrical device. It's a toy, and he's gonna go in the lake and he's
Oh,
gonna.
water.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so grateful when I see that.
Okay.
I'm super excited
Okay.
to be able to spend that time with my family.
How old is he?
He's 7 years old.
Okay, so let's hope he's not listening, and it'll be a surprise. It should
Yeah,
be.
even if it isn't, he requested it for a
So
long
that's what he
time.
wanted. So it's a remote control boat or
Yes,
something?
it's a RC.
You seem very excited. I don't know. You seem
I
more
think I'm more
excited.
excited than him because I want to be able to play with the toys.
Yeah. So you think you'll do that on Christmas Day with him?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. My entire plan for this Christmas is just be with my family.
Okay.
Like, I've been in so many areas and I've been super busy and I haven't been able to see them, but I do have time on that special holiday and I'll make sure that I'm there with them.
Okay. Any particular traditions that you have as a family that you all do every year? Or because yesterday's show I was talking about traditions or creating
Yes.
traditions. What are some of the things that your family might do?
Mm,
You all don't do the
we
chicharrón around Christmas then. Don't
yeah
do
we
that.
yeah we
Okay.
cook up some pork and some fried pork. Yes, some
Yeah.
chicharron con yuca. Uy, I can already imagine. Actually, yeah, we should take a stroll to the shop to see if I could get a little extra for us because I think there's gonna be a few people at the house.
Okay.
And usually what we do, our tradition, we just hopefully the kids not listening again. Actually, I don't want to spoil Christmas for
Yeah,
anyone,
yeah, don't.
but I look forward to the warm milk.
There's warm milk?
There's warm milk. We
Okay.
usually eat some cookies with the kids,
Oh, okay.
but we try them out for Santa.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, just in case they're not good. We we try to do some testing.
Okay. All
So
right.
looking forward to that.
All right.
Actually,
Do you guys hang stockings? Do you all do stockings for
I
the
usually
kids?
get rocks.
Oh, okay.
Always get rocks
Really?
every time.
Who does that?
I don't. It's a prank usually. They give me the rocks, but there's another one somewhere hidden off with the candy in it.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's funny.
It's
Okay.
hilarious. It happened last year.
Yeah. And you're originally from Honduras?
Yes,
Oh,
I was born in La Ceiba,
okay.
Atlantia. I came here when I was 9 years old, I believe,
All
and
right.
I came into the school system, fell in love with Cayman, and here I am, not going anywhere.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, well, there you go. So you've been here. So you're Caymanian,
Yes,
uh, but also Honduran. So you're
see,
kind of both, yeah? All right.
I'm mixed,
All
muy
right.
mezclado.
Yeah. How often do you get home?
I haven't been home in about 7 years, 6 years,
Okay.
and funny story actually. Um, in 2019, I applied for my status
Okay.
to finally become a K-1 because it's like the ultimate goal. And I managed to get my passport in February, beginning of March, and I started to look places to visit. And as I went visiting places, I noticed that well, I wasn't visiting places, but I was looking for places to look for to go to, and COVID happened, and I haven't been anywhere since at all. Like past all but Lord willing, I'll be traveling and some shopping very soon.
Okay. And
So,
so you're looking, you're looking for um, some time to get off the island.
oh yes, it can be. Uh, it does feel like a big ball sometimes because it's like no, not that there's not much to do, but sometimes you just want to experience diversity, and I haven't had that before, so um, looking forward to that actually to be able to see the city and the country and the big mountains and lions and all of those crazy stuff, and then come back home and tell all my friends about it.
Yeah, of course. I know you had a big Canadian trip planned, so
Oh
in the
yes,
new year. So I guess that'll happen at some
that'll
point.
be happening maybe in September next year. God
Yeah.
willing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it kind of changed from February, I think you were
Yeah,
saying, right?
it's
A little
it was too
earlier.
close.
Yeah, well, obviously, I mean, we're getting through our our lockdown and the whole status of what's going on in the world. So yeah,
It's just
definitely.
actually funny because there's a lot of places around the world that are still locked down.
Yeah, for
To
sure.
this very day, like
Absolutely.
the UK is gonna be closed down on Christmas,
Yeah.
and you could only visit two people.
Wow.
Oh, two people could actually only be in a household
Oh, okay. All right. So
from what I researched. So
Ah,
that Cayman, if you're listening, please go spend some time with your family because there's a lot of people out there that are not gonna be able to do that.
yeah, that's
So
true.
that's something to be grateful about.
That is true. So a couple of places that you could look at visiting next year if we're able to for Christmas. Kind of just give you some information about that. So that Malta. So you know Malta.
Malta.
That's yeah, that's one of the
Is that
like top places. Um, they have like the nativity scenes in
I
Malta.
have heard of Malta, but I'm not too
Yeah.
sure. I haven't researched into them.
Yep, and so that generally the residents, all of the residents, they
Mm.
all have nativity scenes in their homes, and so they always open their doors or their windows so you can see it,
No
so that
way.
you can pass. Yeah, so
No way.
that's like a big holiday tradition in Malta. So downtown Valletta is home to a lively Christmas spirit with carolers singing outside the Baroque St. John's Co-Cathedral during Advent, and a dizzying display of Christmas lights on Republic Street. So it's well known for its Christmas festivities. Um, and, they have like Christmas pantomimes and stuff. So it's quite interesting. I love places that have really a rich culture,
Yeah.
but especially around like Christmas,
Christmas.
New Year, and stuff like that, New Year's
It's
Day and
jolly.
stuff like
It's super
that.
jolly. Have you been to the lights
Yeah,
this
sure,
year
of
so far?
course, yeah,
You have?
yes, and
Is it
and
as exciting
it's beautiful. Yeah,
every
it's
time?
every time, and it's different every time, and the photos are beautiful
I
every
actually
time.
haven't
So
went yet.
yeah, yeah, you
I'm
have to go.
hoping to go very soon.
Yep.
Not too sure if well, actually I might be able to go tonight.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. If not, you got some time because
You
it's
got me in
still
the Christmas spirit,
yeah,
so
it still stays open, even after Christmas, like it'll still be on and stuff. So that's good. I love that too. So you have a couple of weeks left, right? So another great place, sadly, this year, I don't know how much of the Christmas spirit that they have, but New York is a great place, like
mm,
for Rockefeller Center, which is at the core of the New York Christmas, and it has like a framed ice rink. It's been around for 80 plus years. The decorated tree has been a holiday tradition since 1931.
yeah.
So that's always very exciting.
Wow.
Yeah. And then across the street, Radio City usually hosts the annual Christmas Spectacular, and it's really so much stuff, like so much stuff happening in New York. So that's I went to New York one year for I think it was Christmas and New Year's, and it was amazing. I don't know if it was a
Did you
million.
get to see the ball drop?
Well, yeah, we went to Times Square to see the ball drop,
Nice.
but it was I don't know how much. I'm thinking hundreds of thousands of people, and it was so many people that we actually left, and we
Oh
we
no.
went yeah we traveled back to the hotel to see the ball drop on the
Oh,
television.
nice.
That's how bad it was. Yeah, because we had like little children with us. I lost my mom at one point. I couldn't find her, and so when I did find her, I was like, let's get out of here. It was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's beautiful on TV, but when you're in the middle of it, it's a bit much, especially when you take into consideration that probably there were more people there than live in Cayman. So it was a
That's
bit
hard
much.
to believe
Yeah.
whenever there's a stadium built and they say the people that are there are 86,000 to 100,000 people, and I'm just like, how?
Had to be.
How?
I'm telling you, it had to be. Had to, you couldn't even you can't turn to the right or to the left without touching someone.
Oh, no,
Like
no.
you're literally walking as one
That
person.
can't work this year.
It's something. Yeah,
That
exactly.
can't work this year.
Exactly. So I'm interested to see what the ball drop will look like this year and what New York is going to do with that. Another place that's really nice Christmas time is Bath, England, and you can celebrate the birth of Jesus and the birth of Jane Austen with the same amount of fanfare, which is interesting. Bath, England happens to be one of those places that you celebrate both
Okay.
births, right? That's
Yeah.
how much they are into the traditional as well as the historical. Um, so and Jane Austen is one of the most famous residents of Bath, England. So that's quite interesting. So the Christmas market has more than 170 wooden chalets selling distinctively British handmade crafts in a quaint Georgian setting. So people usually go there for that.
Oh,
So yeah, it's very interesting. And they have bath on ice, they have bath spa, and that's the like a steam bath from mineral rich waters of an open air rooftop pool with spectacular views
that
over the
sounds very
city.
relaxing.
Well, can you imagine that it's freezing outside,
Oh, no.
but you're in a hot pool?
No,
That's
Miss Dyson.
yeah.
I
Well,
hate
well,
I
well,
can't take the cold.
well, in Sweden, right? So in Sweden, there's a thing where you literally, I think you jump into the ice, like ice water,
Right.
and then right after that, you're going to the steam room. So it's like your body going from hot to cold, like right away.
But did
And
you catch a
so,
cold?
no,
Isn't
no,
no?
no, those, no, man. We probably would
We
because we're from
we're
the
not used to
tropics.
it.
We're not used to nothing like that, of course. But yeah, no, these are some world traditions that we don't experience because we're from the tropical, beautiful,
Cayman
jewel
Islands.
Caribbean, exactly. So what do we know? Our Santa has uh,
Our
sand.
Santa's
He
at
has sand between his toes.
he's at Bayshore Mall right now.
Well, I think he's not. No, I looked at the time. I think he's gone somewhere else
Oh, he
now.
left? Oh, no.
Yes, but also, and Spain, Barcelona, Spain is another place that you can check out maybe next Christmas. So anyone who can manage to extend their holiday until Three Kings Day, which is January the 6th, can catch up in Gaspar and Balthazar in Barcelona. And on the evening of January 5th, they arrive at the city's port on the Santa Eulalia, their very own ship in bearded velvet roped splendor. Cannons are fired, fireworks are set off, and as the mayor hands them the keys to the city, the magic of the Magi
Oh, man.
officially commences. And they parade through the streets in a magnificent cavalcade of floats that includes camels, elephants, giraffes, and dazzling costumes. To me, that sounds like our idea of Pirates Week. 'Cause that's what we have, we
We
have our own things that we enjoy. But just imagine, like, all around the world, there's all of these things going on, and it's all kind of simultaneous. And, so we're here now celebrating our stuff. So I think take the family to see the lights, like you said, right?
yeah.
You said you're gonna try to see it tonight, but take the family to see the lights. Make some plans for your Christmas Day festivities this time, maybe a secret Santa. Um,
Ooh,
yeah, Secret
that
Santa's
sounds cool.
nice, yeah. Also, maybe bake something together. You can do cookies together, a cookie
Or
decorating
fry up some
contest.
chicharrón
You could fry up some or you can get some
or get
chicharrón
some
from
chicharrón.
somewhere. Definitely. But we have a lot to be grateful for. We really
Oh,
do. And I think that's the attitude of gratitude that I would love attitude of gratitude that I would love for us to start getting in the mind of, right? So that we can usher in our new year, but by
and you know
just
something,
being
Miss Dyson?
grateful. Yeah.
The entire island should really, really be grateful for us really still be able to live because
Yeah.
our biggest factor this year was our tourism sector and what was gonna happen. And a lot of the tourism workers have transitioned into new positions and the economy hopefully is still booming. We're still working. Everyone's spending money for Christmas. And it's unbelievable that through out of all that pandemic and what was going on that we're still here and able to and to be able to say that we're gonna celebrate Christmas and go to these places, eat here, eat there, and spend time.
I think
It's
so. I
it's
think you're right.
it's something that it gives you like such a grateful feeling. I'm walking out of this place and oh man, I'm gonna be grateful that I could walk on that concrete right now and go to my car and drive home and
Well, that's right.
prepare.
Well, that's right, and that's for sure, and you know, one thing, I also wanna say is that, you know, the government has been very,
Oh,
very supportive, which is
oh
amazing
my.
because that's another thing. The
Wow.
government, you know,
Hats off.
especially with the tourism department, you know, like, sorry, the tourism workers, and them getting that, you know, the families, you kinda getting the stipends, the individuals that were displaced, and it's been extended until June, so that we have to definitely, be thankful for
They're doing
that
a
we have that
fantastic
support.
job.
No, absolutely, and so
They
that
are.
means that Christmas will not be what it is because not all of the workers have found new positions.
No,
They're trying to get
unfortunately.
ready for those positions, which is good, but the government is continuing to support them, so that's good. And also, you know, if you need any assistance this time of year, there are lots of different agencies that you can reach out to. The NAU is one of them. You can definitely reach out to, and you can also reach out to DCFS. So if you need anything, please do not be out there kind of,
Yes.
you know, suffering for
They're there
Christmas.
to help. And on
Absolutely.
behalf of all young K-minors and my classmates and the previous graduates, I'm really grateful for you guys reaching out and actually helping us.
Yeah,
Because if you take
absolutely.
the program seriously, you will go far.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for
Thank
saying
you for
that.
starting.
Thank you for that endorsement. And thank you for joining me this afternoon, Georgie. Really appreciate that. So you go and have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Yes, and enjoy your nephew and the boat. And let us know how it goes. And we look forward to
Will do.
hearing your song in January. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon, and with Straight Talk, your Drive to Five show. We will be back tomorrow, and we'll talk some more, and then we'll be ending our week so you can go and get your Christmas festivities in gear. You have a great yourself.